So it's time for our first final of the season. Looking back at the results in just a moment, we have got your grid. After the confirmed results, Niki Naruhito Tomasi starts on pole position. Max van der Meer will line up alongside, having made up 7 places to finish second after what was a bit of an elbows out Minimax way to start the season, and the craziness in chrono karting coming to the front very, very quickly. Tygo Holthausen and Milano Schipholz rounds out your top 2 rows. Jim Darnan and Mick Klinkers round out row 3. Leon Herbos and Jesse Moon in row 4. Kees Moyes finishing all the way down in 9th, along with Pelle van Echtelt, and they complete your top 10. Matthias Clever, Jara Kivitsbosch, Trent van Melk, Noah Steyhouder and Julius Carbal rounded up the 15 finishers. Mika Vonk out on lap 12, and Lawrence van Vlaanderen out of the final corner and beached with the front axle up in the air. Ended up retiring on lap 11. So, penalties that were given. Julius Carbal, 1 place penalty for unsportsmanlike driving. 110 Jesse Moonen, 3-second penalty for also unsportsmanlike driving. And the 112 of Noah Steyhouder got a 5-second post-race penalty for the front fairing, which dropped the 112 to 14th. So, pole position on the right-hand side of your screens, on the right-hand side of the track, and also when the camera is facing it, it will be on the left-hand side. So, 13 minutes plus an additional lap for our first of 6 finals. Prize giving will be at approximately quarter to 6 this evening, but that depends on what happens between here and now. Running about 10 minutes behind schedule, about 5 minutes behind schedule, but into the tram lines we go for the first final this year. Revs up, lights are not going out. We're going to go round again. Oh, it's like a broken old record, you know. It's just like, we'll full start here, we'll full start there. One more full start, the clock starts ticking. So, it's the good old control alt delete situation. It's going to be down to Naruhito Tomasi and van der Meer, who make it an all-front row of rookies. So, top 2 rookies on the front row. Jim Darnan 5th, Herbos, Moonen 7th and 8th. Van Echtelt and Clever 10th and 11th. Van Melk, Steyhouder and Carbal 13th, 14th and 15th. So, I think pretty much just well, it's more than 50% of the field, or round about that. 9, so yes, pretty much 9 on a 50-50 mix if you had 18 drivers. So slightly in favour of the rookies, but not by much in terms of a percentage calculation. So, into the tram lines, revs rise, lights are on. Lights are out this time, we're underway. Oh, and a little bit of a shove there for Max van der Meer as the field hurtles its way through turn 1 on the opening lap. And it's just nip and tuck. Everyone just about makes it through without too many major skirmishes. But it is Niki Naruhito Tomasi that leads the way. And right with him, oh, Tygo Holthausen has jumped through as there's going to be a change. That's for 8th place. Looks like Jesse Moonen has ended up behind Kees Moyes. 3 wide at the back through turn 6. That was a bit of squeaky bum time there, right there and then. But Tygo Holthausen putting the frightness early on Niki Naruhito Tomasi. Holthausen's been in this class for at least a good year more than Naruhito Tomasi, who is a rookie. after the opening lap. Naruhito Tomase leading by 0.1 of a second. Ahead of Holthausen, Jim Dunn, and up to P3. Shiphorst, Klinkers, Herbos, Moyes, Van Echtelt, Kiewitzbosch, and Van der Meer drops all the way down from second to 10th place. Shows how quickly, if it gets a bit too chaotic on the start, there is always going to be one really big loser. It's not time, it's normally a driver. A little bit further back, well, Cage Moyes, 134, is getting on with business, having just got past Leon Herbos. So that would have been for 6th place. So third, Jim Dunn, and then Milano Shiphorst, Mick Klinkers. There's going to be a possible change going into turn 1. Did that driver make it? Yes, they did. And driver in 4th being thrown to the wolves, so to speak. And it's the 114 of Milano Shiphorst that gets through. So does the 134 on the Birolot. Gage Moyes gets through. I think it was Mick Klinkers that he passed on that particular occasion. But a big old line. It's like waiting to get into the car park in Colchester town centre, which is about half an hour away from where I live in Essex at the moment. But Naruhito Tomase, again, just trying to start pull away. It's always difficult when it's a new category you have to learn. You sort of have to go, oh, it needs to do this, needs to do that, needs to tweak this, needs to tweak that. And any racing driver worth their salt will be out there. And still, Naruhito Tomase has really kept control of this race for quite a lot of it. Doesn't want to relinquish it. Tygo Holthausen still quite close. Milano Shiphorst doing a good thing. Well done, Cage Moyes. 5 places gained now, running P4, and is only 0.7 away from 3rd place. And Mick Klinkers, new fastest lap, first driver to break into under the 49-second territory here in this race, but only by 1/1000th of a second. But nevertheless, it's a high 48.9. At the moment, it is the waiting game. It's about your poker face, not telegraphing the move you might do, whether it's a bit of a shimmy to put the opposition off, as if to say, well, I'm going to keep you guessing what I'm going to do in this car. And still, after 5 laps, the rookie driver doing a great job holding on to that lead, but not by much. 10th and a half cover the top 3, and here was me thinking that Milano Shiphorst might dive to the inside at turn number 4 on Tygo Holthausen, but thought better of it. Now into the right-hander here at 5. All 3 line astern. And you've got Mick Klinkers and Leon Herbos. Well, yeah, I'm not too sure if Leon Herbos is at the back end of that train. Nearly ended up being 3 wide between 2nd, 3rd and 4th there. Between Holthausen, Shiphorst and Moyes. And then Mick Klinkers, very much with them at the moment. 5 minutes down, 8 to go, plus 2 additional laps. And is this when Cage Moyes dives to the inside and he gets through? That's turn 4. Beautiful move there from the 134. He's also been doing a lot of karting in the winter. Some drivers have really started to expand their repertoire as they get older. Cage Moyes is one of said drivers that has facilitated a very fast track protocol in terms of how they go about their business and still race in multiple categories and have to be very much so adaptable. We have got a yellow flag out. So, oh, and it's because the 103 went exit, left the circuit. Kiewitzbosch. And it was nearly 2 by 2 side by side. Hurrah into turn number 1. They've all started to gather themselves a little bit more again. And this time, another change. Mick Klinkers through on Milano Shipos through into the bottom part of the circuit. The 6.5 minutes still remain, plus an additional 2 laps. Cage Moyes starting to reel in the 2 in front. It's going to be easy to catch them. Let's try and pass them. It's always that way. It never will change. But Cage Moyes again on a binge of speed. The youngster from Kart Racing. So really, really good job there for Moyes. Just there's so many kids out there that really would love to either be doing this or be involved in one space or capacity, so to speak. Nicky Naruhito Tomasi last time round had nearly a 4.5 of a second advantage. It's now gone to Cage Moyes 0.33 and just around about 4 tenths, well, 4 years later, as in 4 tenths later. It's not quite 4 tenths. It's basically, if you're looking for a Japanese a Japanese calendar, try and find information out. It's a little bit easier said than done. You can find the Japanese and try and translate it. But the voice is really on, and now the race lead is going to be contested. Nicky Naruhito Tomasi has got a fast charging Cage Moyes, who's got the crosshairs located on his back. Say, right, we've got a little bit of, we can have a little bit of playtime here, or I can get on with it and get past you. Now, bearing in mind, being in these incremental conditions that are showing signs of darkness around the track, people might say, well, that's a foreboding sign. Well, just at the other far part of the circuit, the top right-hand corner, there is also another sandwich place. Naruhito Tomasi has got a little bit more advantage at the end of the tunnel. That looks like the so 10-second time penalty given to Yara Kiwiswash, unfortunately. For a shame. But unfortunately, rules are rules. So still this battle at the front end of the field is really starting to heat up. So Nicky Naruhito Tomasi trying to do his level best to keep Cage Moyes at bay. The gap last time around after 12 laps was 1.3. Holthausen, Shipos, Klinkers And Stayholder round out your top 6. Pelivaneshtel, Trent van Melk, and Lawrence van Vlaanderen. It's going to be a busy week in the home office and home away from home. And still, Cage Moyes, once again, putting the frighteners on. And he came into this season with the title to his name. And they go down the hill once again. So 1 minute. Cage Moyes, the Milano ship horse continues to run. Second and third behind but it's one thing to catch somebody, one thing to do it with a very strong grip. If you do that long enough, you'll probably get a bruised forearm for doing so. But this is what Super GT is all about. Yes, there are 3 major manufacturers, 2 of which are very much aligned through the Toyota Corporation. That'll be Toyota, and you were saying Mazda. Because Mazda at one point were also owned by Ford Motor Company, if I remember correctly. But it's been a pretty easy time for Niki Naruhito Tomase. He's going to come out of the final corner. So final lap underway. But Cage Moyes now leads in the dying moments of this race. 2 laps to go, including this one. Cage Moyes responds to normally, what was it? The Thomas Dauphin Niki Naruhito clear up operation, which his team social media, I think that's good, having a battle now, a building now where it really can take off, can't it? So the final lap almost at its end. Well, Niki Naruhito Tomase is still closing that door. He's in the time differential between himself and between the car in front. So good management there by George Morgan. But it is going to be the fact that Cage Moyes picks up the win in the final by 9/100ths ahead of Niki Naruhito Tomase. It stormed to pole for race 1. The last-ditch effort on what were extremely scrub tyres at the point.